Okay, so cloning AgOpenGPS from GitHub and keeping up with the updates that are happening as these commits happen and as code changes. If you're working on a project on your own, you want to be able to keep up with what the most current master is. So what we'll do is we're going to create our own clone repository on this computer, and at the same time have the master origin or the original master updating updates to this, and then another Visual Studio running, which would basically kind of emulate it cloned on your own computer. So it's a little complicated, but in the end, hopefully the video, it will make sense. So first thing is you go to the AgOpenGPS repository and copy the URL, because you're going to need that later. So first thing we do is open Visual Studio and clone or checkout code. And here, repository location is where we put GitHub. We want to create a local path, and we'll just build it on the desktop and call it new folder called YouTube. That select folder. So now it'll clone the repository into this folder here, this YouTube folder. So then we go clone, and there it is. If we look here in YouTube, it's going to build up it's receiving objects. So we're still waiting for it to receive all the objects off of GitHub, all of the updates, everything that's ever occurred. You download them all. So every version since the start of AgOpenGPS, you can access any one of those at any time. I don't know why, but suppose you wanted to roll back that sort of thing, you could do it. So here now it's cloning. So we click on that. We want to look at the solution. Here's our clone solution. You see the little locks and that sort of thing? That's all part of it, all part of GitHub. Now, if you click over here to Team Explorer, so the repository was cloned successfully. And we go back to home and click on sync. So now the synchronization is what's key with this. So again, there's our solution like normal, and Team Explorer. Now we can pull commits that happen from the main GitHub. Okay, so let's do that. Now, if we run, now this is the running Visual Studio on my original origin, that everything from master, it gets updated. So what we'll do is, okay, going back to this guy, if we go to Solution Explorer, open up a form. Let's also open up form about. Okay, so suppose we're working on this form and someone else updates the master. So here we are on the master. Let's move this around. Let's move this guy over here. And now we rebuild it. Rebuild solution. Rebuild all started. Rebuild succeeded. Now if we go to the GitHub desktop, we can see that form about we've changed the position of the button. So now we'll do a commit to the master called change about cloning test is our little description, and we commit that to master, and we push that onto the master. Again, this is the origin, this is the mothership of the origin, and now we're pushing that out onto AgOpenGPS here. So here's our change about 14 seconds ago. We updated the master. Now, this guy doesn't have those changes. So as the master's updated and you're working on this, you're working on your own code and that sort of thing, things are happening in the background. But now if you go pull, repository updated to commit, blah, blah, blah. Cool. Now we open the form about, there's the changes already happening for us. So you can constantly, and you can keep doing pulls every time you open Visual Studio or every time you open this clone project, you can update your Visual Studio project to what's on the master of the GitHub repository. So I hope that helps. It's an easy and fast way, because if you don't update, like there's been thousands of updates over the last few days as I've been changing AB lines and curve lines and all the forms and that sort of thing, then your software quickly becomes very outdated and it's impossible to do a merge or a pull from any software changes you have made. So I hope that helps. And there'll probably be some questions about this, but just give it a try. Okay, thanks.